How's it going today, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Random Vlog. We are on the road with Hef. Say, how's it going, Hef? Another busy traffic day in London. Not a favorite thing, driving through this town.
It's lousy.
Yeah, it gets busy, people don't watch where they're going. That guy had Pure Michigan plate. She's not from Michigan, she was from Pure Michigan. Yeah, on my way to go and pick up, I guess the rest of my pay from Jay, and I wasn't trying to rhyme all that, that just kind of happened. And then, of course, I think we're going hobby shop bound, right?
Yeah.
Get some gearing for that motor, 5mm shaft, so it's not like a common thing. Get that, and we'll get Megas going again today. Okay, so we made it to AVF. We got some of the things that were needed. Didn't get no Mod 1 gearing. It's I'd have to have the corresponding spur gear, which they don't have. So what I did was, I'm going from a 28 76 pinion to spur ratio, and that was at a 48 pitch. Now you gotta remember, each of the gear sets a different pitch. Now with this new motor, I'm switching up to a 32 pitch, which means I had to have the corresponding ratios to each other. Now they don't sell those in the same sizes, and supposedly it works out to crunch different numbers, the ratio with like a 40, well, hang on a sec, we'll say a 22 to 32 pitch gear is not going to have the same output as a 48 pitched 22 tooth gear. If that made any sense to you at all. If not, don't worry about it, you'll get to that point one day yourself eventually and say the same thing I did. What the hell? So now we're going to be running a, I think it's a 54 or 56 tooth spur with a 20 tooth pinion, but this is all in 32 pitch gears. I don't want to have to repeat that ever again because that was a lot to say, but it's going to prove worth it. We'll see what it does this afternoon. Well, I don't know if we'll see it this afternoon, but it'll get in the car this afternoon. Also picked up another battery for the mini Mini Revo, whatever the heck it's going to be, and other goodies, which I'll show you right shortly.
Charge rate isn't that long.
You see, you can go 6,500 million batteries like that.
That's beautiful. It's like Summit. Pretty sure this would be Summit or Revo anyway. And then look at this guy under here. That is something else right there. It's nitro. This little race truck.
If you spend $400, then
And
you
it's
charge them
purple.
quicker.
Okay.
New chassis for Megas. I would love to put that together with Megas.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. So it could charge, like, so even if I had something else, like playing.
Yeah, something like this perhaps you'll be unless they'll
I don't know what it is about the F1 platform, but that's like my favorite platform. Okay, so now we're all done at Amazing Hobbies. In case you're wondering, if you're not familiar with where Amazing Hobbies is.
Look at that.
What?
Fucking great big scratch right
Like
there.
somebody buffed your car with their jeans. But yeah, there's a hospital right over here. Sick Kids Hospital's right over there. This is Wellington Road. And that street is Waterman or something like that. That's next to Krabby Joe's. So yeah, if you're ever looking for Amazing Hobbies, now you know where to find it. And this is just amazing. Amazing. So I'm pretty eager, yet also procrastinating, putting this all into Megas. It's been a little bit in getting the parts. Some hard work involved. But there's some preparation, and like when you're gonna put stuff together, whenever you're working on your cars, doing a fix, preparation does help make things go a lot smoother, meaning have all your tools together, have your parts together, so you're not stuck at the last minute running around looking for everything. I've already gone ahead and soldered all my Traxxas ends on to the appropriate things like the ESC, and then the new battery for the Mini Revo, whatever the heck, the 16th scale Traxxas. And I think we're just about ready to begin. The first thing's going to be putting this motor not here. I would actually like to get myself a nice little racer or speed car where the motor actually sits with the output shaft facing this way. It links up to a transmission and then back to an axle. So it's a little bit closer to what a scale build would be, a scale setup. So in this setup, hang on, I gotta restart the clip with the light on, so this will get better in 3, 2, 1. Haha. Illumination always helps. Okay, so look, whoa. Look back in here. You see how dirty everything is inside of here? I actually want to clean that all out so that there's a nice even fit, and it's good to have it clean. I'm not even sure how it got that dirty again. It should be cleaner than that. So I'm gonna get this all ready and we'll begin. Alright, things have been washed, cleaned, and sprayed. WD-40, so it keeps rust from getting in. It helps get the rest of the moisture out. Helps if things are balanced. There we go. Yeah, I'm just making all kinds of... Alright, things are balanced. This is going to be a little bit safer. Now that it's clean, I'll show you on this side. I'm absolutely sure that the motor will mount flush up, like right perfectly flat with that surface. Right in there. I'll spin it back around. So right here is the spur gear. That's got to come off of there because that's the 76 tooth 48 pitch. And what needs to go on, that's the pinion gear. Where is it? Give me a spur. Wow, that is actually significantly larger. But this is a 54 tooth 32 pitch. It's the first time I've sized that up on there. Good going, Jess. She's just setting things up, trying so hard not to be noisy. But you ever notice when you try not to be noisy, that's when it happens. Anyways, that's the first time I've ever sized this up in front of here. I hope that's the same size bearing. It should be. But that's a lot larger than I was expecting it to be. I mean, this in 32 pitch is bigger than the 48 pitch. And it's less teeth. Oh well, let's just throw it together and see what happens. Got the spur gear on here now. Why does it always neglect to focus on its own? I always have to tell it to focus. Anyways, here's the new spur gear on here. Look, it's so much larger of a gear, and it sticks out so much further the way it mounts up. But it's on there. You can even see the clutch discs, pads, whatever. I gotta keep this thing out of the dirt. This is now strictly a road vehicle, and clean surface road vehicle at that. But we're gonna get this in there. And here is the pinion gear. Right? Like that's a pretty good size. I'm kind of really curious to see what's gonna happen when all this is together and we go to give her a good rip. So next step, I think it would be wise to mount the speed controller, because it needs to, I have to be able to run the sensored wire from the speed controller to the back of the motor. And I want to know if I'm going to have to position the motor kind of on an angle so that it lines up better. It's not a very long sensor cord, so you'll see what I mean once I get to that step, which will be right shortly. That looks pretty good right there. It's just coincidental that the ESC for the motor that was lined up and ready to go, they're not a combo, but they'll work very well together, happened to be blue. It just happened to be blue. Let's just hope that it works good, because like I said before, I read comments in the forums about these burning up on people when running hard on 3S. We're going to do our best to keep an eye on the temperature, and if it even starts prematurely heating up, it gets extra cooling time, and then we'll get extra cooling fans. So yeah, it looks like the sensor wire is going to reach absolutely no problem at all. I would like to try and aim the motor to be lined up so that the graphic doesn't end up upside down. You know, we want it to sit just like that, all nice and pretty. 5700 kilovolts of fury. Alright, let's get that in there. And here we go. It's all together. I still have to put a couple things in place with two-sided tape. The little capacitor here. The switch, I'm thinking just right in the front here. Of course, all flat and even. This battery is not fully charged. It's not fully dead either. It was in storage mode, but the iPhone died while filming. Go figure. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm just gonna have to neatly mount the switch here. But enough talking. Let's check this out. I'm gonna do my best to do this. I already programmed it. It's at 100% punch. There's no sugar footing it around that. It's got to be set to full power because that's how we find out what kind of heat it's gonna produce. I already set my drag force brake. It was in race mode, so no reverse, so I put it in the mode that has reverse. Made sure heat protection was on, low voltage, battery low voltage cutoff. So yeah, we're ready to test this and see that everything's gonna go. Without already saying that I kind of already know. But, I mean, this is for you guys. Alright. We got fan spinach. Fan spinach. We have power. Here we go. I'm just going to do nice and slow so you guys can see. That's as light as I can pull the trigger. Now, like I said, drag force brake is set to full, so it stops immediately. And I'm pretty sure I probably shouldn't do that. Alright, well that's loud and annoying, but it says it works. That was about a quarter of the way into the throttle. And I can see that we're going to have absolutely no problem with our power needs. It's going to be traction needs, or it's going to be snapping of axles. Whenever you go bigger, there's always something down the line that breaks. So you can see everything does work. I'm looking forward to testing it, but I also recently found out, like recently as in an hour or two ago, I have to work tomorrow. But you know what? That's fine. It's an opportunity to get more RC stuff, and that's kind of just to explain that real quick so you understand. It's people outside. Just so you understand the method to my madness. With the four-wheel drives that he has for sale right now, 1 day's labor or a day and a half's worth of labor in trade for that actually works out minimum wage for about 2 days or some odd worth of labor in equal wages. These are not cheap trucks by any means. They're durable, fast four-wheel drives. But that just kind of explains it. You know, if I can get an RC that way rather than taking money from my disability and buying my toys, my hobby stuff that way, then yeah. Anyhow, enough talking. I gotta get to bed. I gotta work in the morning. Odd to hear me say that. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Think positive, stay positive, keep a smile on your face, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Good night. Vlog over.